is what you're made of. You are perfect and pure, even if you're not sure. It's what you're made of. L-O-V-E, love.
I thought that song was about a healing meditation. That's where I come together with all of you in the golden light. I was listening to a beautiful healing meditation this week about that. And then Jack says, I got a new song I want to play. We have to change the order of service. We have to get rid of that song. We have to do this Peter Mayer song. And I know when Jack's obsessed about a song, it's going to be great. Didn't that sound great? That was wonderful. Thank you, guys. So we're going to talk about the light. And who is the light? What is the light? Who's the light of the world? All right. You. Good for you. We are together, and you are individually. And it's really my assertion that if you're not in touch with your own light, you're not going to see everyone else's light. Because it's not the energy that you're involving yourself with. It's not the energy that you're focused on. But if you're focused on that beautiful golden light that's within you, and the pure white light of Spirit of God that is all of us, then that's what you're going to see and experience. Throughout history, God has been associated with light. Not only the giver of light, but as the light itself, the energy, spiritual energy itself. Light is another word for spiritual energy. Pure being, divine thought, the animating force of everything that is. God is light. Light is love. Light expressed, pure light expressed, is love. So when our way shower, Yeshua, Jesus, spoke about light, he spoke about it as something that he was. I am the light of the world. So whoever follows that light will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. So it's not about just this one person being the light. Now you have it. If you follow the practice of identifying with light, identifying with Spirit, identifying with God, that's what you'll be. You'll have the light of life. This is something that's so important to remember, that the fundamental gift of Jesus to all of us was the knowledge that at our core, we are the light of God. Why is that important? Because in times of great darkness, such as we are in right now, and it's interesting because you are in a light experience, so sometimes you forget how dark it is in the separate reality. It's not really reality, in the illusion of separation. You forget how dark that is until you turn on the TV. All right? Till you start surfing through Facebook and social media. Wes, thank you so much. It was not only a beautiful meditation, he reminded us of the bigger picture. That we're almost halfway through this tremendous shift of consciousness in humankind. We're not even to the halfway point. If you look at it as spiritual history or evolution of the soul, we're about halfway. We're not even halfway. That's why it seems so dark in certain areas of the world or of your mind. But we have been evolving, and we are coming to the point where we actually don't have a choice. Those of you and those of us who have been choosing light and choosing the ways of light all along, see, of course, it's the way it's going to go. But there are many people you talk to that say, you're just crazy. I don't even know what you're talking about. Maybe we'll just put you in jail. We'll just shut you up. Don't even talk about that. No, you're too woke for me. Talking about we're all light. Come on now. Oh, you don't like this. Nobody likes the fact that we're all divine. Even the ones that you don't like. The daily word. Clothe myself in compassion. If I feel angry about others' hurtful words, if I'm tempted to respond in kind, I'll never heal that relationship. Wow. Okay. Call me name, whatever name you call me, I'm going to call you one with me in the light. We don't have to agree here. But I need to see that there's a divine spark in each and every person. And that's the only place that we can find communication here, is to first go to the truth. We're not going to find communication here. We're in separate realities. The algorithm's giving you your reality, and the other algorithm's giving that person theirs. And it's getting further and further and further apart. And you wonder why it's gotten so crazy. It's because we're not identifying with each other as children of God. We're not identifying with each other as equal children of God. You have just the same amount of God stuff as I do. The same amount of God stuff as Jesus did. He's not special. He's just one of the first ones that found out that he was light. The light of God. And guess what? According to Wes, I'm going to listen to him sometimes. He's been around a while, and he has a broad perspective on things. He says, we're almost halfway in this shift of consciousness. Yeah, we're waking up. Wow, we're becoming enlightened. Yes, I'm seeing the oneness. I'm experiencing the oneness. I'm dropping away all of my judgments. I'm beginning to forgive. I'm beginning to relax my tendency to want to meet the separate thinking on those terms, the hostile acts on those terms, the insanity on those terms. There's just one thing that's going on, I'm going to tell you. The ones that were dancing were thought to be insane by the people who could not hear the music. That's all. We're here to play our music. We're here to sing our song. We're here to shine our light. And just keep doing that. Because when we play the same game of attack and defense, we wear ourselves out. We hurt ourselves. And it's not that light or love is winning any war. It just is what is. Love is all there is. There's no war to be had. It doesn't matter what the world calls you or identifies you as. It doesn't matter how you have been projecting yourself in separation. What matters is your awakening to oneness and your divine self. And this is what's happening here. This is what we have to offer. This is the most important thing. Why is it important? Because in times of great darkness such as these, the spiritual light leads us towards harmony and peace. Peace is what we're after, right? Peace is what we want. Peace is what we desire. I was sitting with Barbara one day and I said, you know what? I believe in my heart every human being wants the same thing. And what I think that is peace. And you never get peace by attacking someone else or trying to control someone else or judging someone else. You'll never find peace there. According to Charles Fillmore, light is an illuminating capacity that occurs within us. It's the illumination of the Spirit resident at the center of every individual. He says every man's being, but I even change his words, every person's being. So if we're actually truly seeking peace, we must find it within ourselves and allow that light to be illuminated, the Christ light that's within us. I want you to walk as the Christ, not as a victim, not as a fearful, separate human being, but as a powerful Christ light in this world. Are you willing to do that? Yes. Yes? All right. Then let's walk together. Grateful for this day, and more good is on the way. Amen. Now that's why I'm so happy. That is, it's amazing. It's like this two things going on. There's the world of separation, kind of, trying to pull you back into thinking that's real. And then there's all this good going on. Why don't we talk about all the good we got going on? That's what the song says. Amen. Amen. That's right. Thank you, Jack. So if you want peace, it's very important. The first thing that you do is find peace within yourself. Peace among the nations, peace within the nation, first starts with peace in the individual. This is something that Indigenous elder Black Elk shared with us. Very wise person. And I love to quote this. The first peace, which is the most important, is that which comes within the souls of people, within your soul, when you realize your relationship and your oneness with the universe and all its powers. That's the first peace. Peace is power, my friends. It's not resignation. It's not surrender. It's not giving up. It's power. I am one with the universe and all of its powers. I am turning on my light. I'm allowing for the Christ light to represent me in this world. I want to turn off the voice of the ego and allow the Christ light to guide me, speak to me, to lead me, to represent me in this world. Because I can't do it as a separate entity. I have to be in relationship with the universe. I have to realize my oneness with the universe and the powers that are within my consciousness. And when you realize that, at the center of the universe dwells the Great Spirit, and that Spirit really is everywhere, you also realize it's within each one of us. The center of the universe is not out there, it's within you. Isn't that amazing? At the center of the universe dwells the Great Spirit, God. And at the center of the universe is within us. Think of the most expansive thought you can have about the universe in which you live, the trillions of stars and the billions of galaxies, and all of that centered around a great power. And realize that that great power is within you. You're not just a little transient human being. You are a spiritual being. And until we as individuals identify with the great source, with the great Spirit, God, we won't know peace. We have to identify with it, not just it's something outside of us, this great power. Sometimes we can call on it all day and all night, and sometimes it helps us, and sometimes it doesn't, and we don't know when it's going to come in and when it's not. And that's pretty stressful. Don't know when my blessings are coming. No, I'm grateful for today, and more good is on the way. I love just grabbing onto something like that and finding the truth in it, because there's truth in this. Everything else will fall away. But that great Spirit, that great source of all power within you, never changes. It's always available. It always is shining the light. It doesn't need to overcome anything. We just need to drop our fight against it. We're fighting against the light. We're fighting against God. We're putting up a great battle that God knows nothing about. And finally, we let it go. We stop killing each other at some point. We're halfway there. That's pretty good news. I like that news. At least we're halfway there. You know, if I'm in the gym or if I'm doing something exerting a lot of energy, and I think, oh my goodness, say it's a marathon, 26 miles, 11 miles. I don't say, oh man, I got 15 more miles to go. I say, I'm almost halfway there. It gives me energy to make it halfway there. And when I've made it halfway there, wow, I've only got 13 miles to go. All right. Lily and I were driving down the road one day, the little Segway, and we get stopped because there's a road race going on. And we have to sit there for a while all these people are going by. And I realized it's the Cape Cod Marathon, which I have run before. And I also realized they're only on mile 6. So I get out, I roll down the window, I go, keep going, you only got 20 miles to go. Doing great. And some of them went, 20 more miles. And some of them went, wow, I'm almost there. Only 20 miles to go. So we're halfway there. Almost halfway there. In the great scheme of things, we're doing great. We're doing amazing. Look at all the light beings in this room. Look at all the wonderful people in your life. Look at how successful you are in loving your neighbors as yourself. Look at how successful your life has become in being the light of the world so far. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. You're just amazing to me. I look at the people that are in Lily and my life, and I say we are so blessed. And every day I think of all the blessings that have come about through my relationship with certain folks, and I think, these are angels on earth. You are the light of the world. You have blessed us. You have blessed me. And you bless everyone. Keep going. We're all going to join. We all are joining in that golden light. We don't have to wait till death. There is no death. I never liked that word anyway. There's life after life. There's another phase of life. There's an extension, an expansion of my spirit that doesn't need a body anymore. There's a transition from this state to that state. And you know what? You're right. It is about golden light. But that golden light is here now, and we can join in that light. And I think that's the light that Black Elk is talking about when he says that is source. That source energy is within us. It's at the center of our being. And as soon as we realize our relationship and our oneness with that source, with the universe, we will experience peace. Real peace. And you can do it right now, today. You don't have to wait. It's not in the future. You can do it right now. You can experience that peace here and now. It's the first peace. Happens first within the individual and then amongst the nations. First in the individual, find your peace. Find your light. And shine that light. That's all I have to say today. Who is the light of the world? We are. All right. Thank you. Shine on.
You have been watching the message from our Sunday celebration service here at Unity on Cape Cod, providing a positive path for spiritual living. Please join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at 147 Walton Ave, Hyannis, Mass. And visit us online at unityonCapeCod.org. This video was made possible in part through a grant from Unity Worldwide Ministries and the Templeton Foundation.